Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Inglewood, to SoFi Stadium, to Thursday night football between the Las Vegas Raiders and your Los Angeles Rams. The official pregame show delivered by Little Caesars with DeMarco Farr and Ricky Hollywood. I am JB Long. So good to be with you for Week 14 from SoFi Stadium. It's been a long time since these two franchises have met in Los Angeles. The Rams trying to snap their losing streak. The Raiders trying to extend their winning streak, which has them back from the dead from 2-7 to 5-7. Should we address the elephant in the room? The quarterback situation.
That's all I can think about.
What do you mean? What are you talking about?
Is this guy really going to play?
We don't know, okay? Officially, we don't know. But I think every indication is pointing towards Baker Mayfield starting on 2 days' notice, 2 days' preparation for the Los Angeles Rams. DeMarco, if that proves to be the case, your reaction?
That's incredible. That is incredible that you can just get a guy. He's been here. What did you say up in the booth? He's been here 2 sleeps, and he can actually take meaningful reps in a football game? Wow, no way, no way, no way. But here we are, and it looks like it might actually happen.
And, Erica, there's a different buzz because of it. Is there not?
There is. The energy feels really good. I wore my leather pants tonight, which means I mean business. I think the Rams mean business, too. I mean, he was the 2018 first overall draft pick. Like, there is some excitement, and Baker Mayfield can play.
27 years of age. He does have the lowest QBR in the league. Essentially sat down twice by Carolina. Has been plagued by injuries lately. Asked for and was granted his release, and the Rams were the only team to put in a claim for him. Look, we all know the quarterback situation is not what they had hoped it would be. 5 games to go. The opportunity to snap a losing streak and evaluate some other pieces.
Oh, just trying to be respectful to the 2 guys that were already here. Talking about Perkins and Wolford, but clearly Baker Mayfield would be the better option, right? First pick in the draft. The guys had more college success, so he would be the guy that you want to start. It's just shocking that you can have a guy ready that fast. Now, if he's going to play and start for you, that gives you an idea what the game plan is going to be offensively. Not going to be too extensive, absolutely.
What does he do well enough on 2 days' notice? There is some common verbiage from the systems he's played in.
Well, I've heard he's been spinning the football. He's got a real strong arm. He can get the ball down the field. So that's great for guys like Tutu Atwell. He can scramble a little bit. So you, instead of having the check with me game, keep the play on. If it dies, let him try to scramble his way out and throw the football down the field.
Erica, how much will he benefit, whoever plays quarterback really, from potentially having the same starting offensive line Sunday to Thursday? It hasn't happened all year.
It hasn't happened yet. So this is amazing. This is going to be a huge step up. We saw them protect the quarterbacks really relatively well on Sunday against the Seahawks, and to have that continuity, to have them together for the second time all season, I think, this is great. The Rams woke up feeling dangerous this morning.
You were the first to go there. I see.
Is that feeling there? I like it. Yeah, but Max Crosby and Chandler Jones are coming this way this time.
Right.
This will be a different test than Seattle. So I'm happy the same 5 started and finished. This will be a stiffer test against the Raiders.
Chandler Jones of old had 3 sacks last week against the Chargers.
Look, that guy is a true old-fashioned hunter. He will pick on the weak. He will find the guy that turns into a turnstile. So hopefully that guy doesn't exist tonight.
Look, I wrote this. I said this last week. Coming into this really 2-game week, Sunday into Thursday, the Rams are facing some of the most pass-friendly defenses in the National Football League. There's a case to be made. The Raiders have the worst pass defense in the league. So I think you need to throw to win. I think if they do make this move, it's because Baker Mayfield gives you the best chance to attack the Las Vegas secondary, which is without a starting corner in Rock Ya-Sin tonight. Am I misreading that?
No, I think you're dead on. I can't believe I'm excited to see Baker Mayfield play. This will be the first. See, everybody feels the same way.
You were hoping to see him as a Carolina Panther earlier this year. You did not.
You don't have to out me there. But this is weird. So like I said, I'm glad I don't tweet. I don't have to take back any bad things. But look, I think it says where you are as a football team, where you are as an offense, you're still looking for some spark. The one thing we can say is the kid has a strong arm. And you've got some guys on the outside that can win in Tutu Atwell. So maybe.
All right, well, speaking of sparks, Erica, there was a lot to take away from another moral victory against the Seahawks on Sunday. Now they want to translate to an actual victory. What were some of those takeaways from Sunday that have you feeling optimistic?
I thought that the defense, obviously, was playing so well. Bobby Wagner was playing his best game. I want to see more of that. Yes, Ramsey gave up the touchdown to DK Metcalf at the very end of the game, but now he has a similar challenge with, we're watching Davante Adams warm up right now, and he is pretty big as well. He is a big, full, huge receiver with the numbers to back it up. So this is going to be a great time for the defense to really limit him and Josh Jacobs. And if they can do that, they may be able to pull this game off.
This is a product, I think, of having the offensive line they played with last week and having John Wolford be able to run more of the Jared Goff era Rams offensive system. Their running game has come alive. These last 3 weeks, they've had their best results in the running game. Some of that has been quarterback driven, but a lot of that is Cam Akers as the lead back and Kyron Williams as a third down back.
See, this is what we're talking about when you have this many injuries on the offensive line, and then you wonder why the running game suffers. But when you have guys that have some continuity, like we said, same 5 guys, start and finished. Now you move to another week, so you had success running the football. You'll have more success today because you know the guy next to you. You know what the pace of the back is going to be, and you can throw off play action. So let's hope you're done with those injuries on the offensive line, and I think you'll have a chance to at least run the football effectively against the Raiders.
One of the things we've talked about this week is even if nothing else comes of this final month of the season, if it's clarity about Tutu Atwell's potential and role within this offense moving forward into 2023, that's a win. And over the last couple of weeks, I think we have seen that. Now maybe you've got an arm in Baker Mayfield who can even exploit his speed to a greater extent. Tutu, if he gets a second foot down, has his second touchdown last week. But on a couple of underthrown balls, they missed him. He was open. He was not just NFL open, he was open.
Yeah, that may be the very well game plan that the Rams move forward today. Baker Mayfield, hey, we don't really know our offense, haven't had more than 24 hours to go through our playbook. Just go long and someone try to break even.
You know what's funny? Tutu is really explosive. We know this, right? He should be a star by now. Really.
Should what now?
He should be a star by now.
I see.
With his size, his speed, what he can do. It's a shame that we're just now seeing it this year.
Let's get to some defensive silver linings from the loss to Sunday and the Seahawks. I think you have to start with Michael Hoyt, don't you?
Oh, yeah.
Talk about emerging stars.
You know, I talked to him right here last week, and I asked him about playing outside linebacker, which is hard for a defensive lineman. When you have your hand down most of the time, standing up and learning that game is difficult. Have you ever played outside backer before? He goes, no. Like, he doesn't care. But he likes it. He's gotten familiar out there. He understands it. So here's a guy that's taken to it quickly, and he's got more experience at it. So there's even a chance he may get better. He could become the guy out there. Who knows?
Bobby Brown, Russ Yeast, Kobe Durant, some of those other defensive names we saw, maybe they'll get even bigger opportunities tonight. Again, we'll have some clarity coming up with inactives due momentarily. Let's get to the Raiders' offensive weapons. And they have 2 special ones. They have the NFL's leading rusher. They have arguably the best receiver in the game. Let's start with Josh Jacobs. 1,300 rushing yards. And he does it between the tackles. And he does it after contact. D-Far, the Rams got a bit of a reprieve because they didn't get the full force of the Seattle running game against Geno Smith and the Seahawks on Sunday. It's not going to be the case tonight.
Well, it's funny. We were talking about Bobby Wagner and motivation. Last week, he was playing above his head because it was Seattle, right? Motivated. Well, today, if I'm Raheem Morris, I'm going to go to Bobby Wagner and say, we need 20 tackles out of you to win this football game because Josh Jacobs is going to bring it. He's going to run downhill on you. He is absolutely trying to take you into the fourth quarter and gas you out. So you have got to match him in physicality, and you've got to be letter perfect in the play action game. This will be a tough matchup for Bobby Wagner, but to win, to stop them, he's going to have to be the best player on the field.
So, DeMarco and Erica, I think you missed Aaron Donald in the pass rush last week. That's where I felt his absence most. This might be the game where you really wish you had him on those early downs against Jacobs and the Raiders' rushing attack.
Definitely, and this is a time to really evaluate the rest of this defense. And like you said, the younger guys and all of that. Of course, we miss him, especially up front for that time. But I do think that in the situation that the Rams are in this far in the season, this is a great time to let it all fly.
At the end of the game, I was hoping he'd come out of the locker room. Like save the day style, that last drive.
Go running.
That's where I missed him. I'm like, that's
a closer.
You need a closer right there.
Yeah.
Out of the bullpen. We wish. As for Devontae Adams, it's fascinating to me to see the active roster for the Raiders right now. Receivers and tight ends, they only trot like 5 of them out there, but he almost counts as 2 in terms of the problems he presents.
You know what? I mean, we were just talking. He is as big as DK Metcalf. Maybe not as impressive with the muscles, but that guy presents a physical problem. But we have the antidote. What makes you feel better about guys like Devontae Adams?
Jalen
Ramsey. Sick him. Go get him.
If you do travel him.
Yeah, that's your guy. Absolutely. In key situations, big moments, you got him. You know what I mean? So go shut him down, and look, he's got the size and the skill to do it.
We should know momentarily whether Troy Hill can be a part of this game plan, too, in coverage. Did not play Sunday. I thought they really missed him against the passing game of Geno Smith and the Seahawks. All right, let's get to players to watch for. Erica, you want to go first here?
You know, we talked about it, Kobe Durant. I think he had that amazing pass breakup at the end of the game against the Seahawks. He hasn't been on the field as much because of injury, and then they were slow to work him back in. But seeing him out there, he brings a spark, especially I picture that interception in the beginning of the season. He is a dynamic playmaker, and I'm excited to watch him on the field.
No David Long Jr., so they do need help at corner whether or not Troy Hill can go. Player to watch?
Are you kidding? I love you. Thank you. It's Baker Mayfield. Are you kidding me? What are we doing here? This is
Saved
the point.
it for you.
What have we been talking about since yesterday? Him. And I just saw him warm up. It looks like he's actually going to play. That's my player to watch. I dare you to watch anything else or talk about anything else.
Well, then what am I supposed to talk about? You didn't leave me anything. Eric is a team player. You're a hog.
Sorry.
I was like,
my bad.
Listen, Sean McVay talked about sitting next to Baker on the plane on the way to the combine, and they had some. I feel good. I feel good, you guys.
On Southwest.
I'm excited.
How did no one get a picture of that?
Right?
Wow.
Were drink coupons utilized?
Sharing peanuts.
I have questions.
I love that. The Southwest with no reserved seats. It's like, nope, McVay, you're in the back. Sorry,
I love it.
23A.
Since you made me go last, and since you took Baker Mayfield, how about I get two players to watch?
Go
And they're
for
the
it.
starting tackles.
Yes.
Ryan Secchi at left, Rob Havenstein at right. Now that this Raiders pass rush, pinning their ears back, getting to opposing passers, if it is Baker Mayfield like we expect it to be based on the early indications here, how long and how well can you protect him against the Raiders? That's a wrap on this Rams pregame show. As always, delivered by Little Caesars. Make sure you order Little Caesars online during the Pizza pregame and get it delivered, or you can pick it up in store in the Pizza portal. Kickoff is set for 5:15 on Prime Video, and locally in LA on Fox. For DeMarco Farr, dusting off Erica Tamposi's sneakers. Get mine too while
Look
you're at
at
it.
mine are brighter. Mine are brighter.
It's a leather pant Thursday nights at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. Rams and Raiders, Week 14, TNF. Enjoy.